We're making our way in. This is my first hunt of this year with this guy right here.
Took long enough.
Took long
we got
enough.
a turkey right here, dude.
Oh, no way. There's a turkey right there.
It's a hen. Do you see it?
On the road.
Yeah.
Wow.
Or a Jake. Could be a Jake.
Well, just like that, we just glassed up a turkey. Yeah, it looks like a hen. I wonder if she has a boyfriend. She definitely sees us.
Yeah.
Gave us that little nervous wing flap.
She's like, I want to go this way. But you guys are in my way.
Yeah, she's coming up towards us. But anyway, we just got to this first turn right here. We're glassing some clear cuts and there's a turkey. That was unplanned. We had no idea there was a turkey there until I started turning on the camera. But Nay and I, we have 3 days. So we packed up camp. So I've got tents, he's got all his stuff. We're gonna hike back into the spot back in here, but we're checking spots along the way. And hopefully within the next 3 days, we get in some birds. Nate's got 2 tags, I've got 1 tag, so we'll see how many tags we fill out of 3. But it's late, it's a little after 5 right now, so hiking in, and today is just a roosting event for the night, and then hopefully we can pinpoint some birds for tomorrow's morning hunt.
That neck is going.
We made it to our glassing knob, and we can oversee many, many ridges, old growth, fresh cuts. And then over here, it's you can't glass, but it's also that we're trying to listen. So it's not only are we glassing for them, it's also the fact that we can listen. So using the optics, using our ears, trying to pinpoint as many birds as we can for not only a roosting hunt, but just the day in general for tomorrow. Other than the 2 hens that we've seen hiking in, we haven't heard or seen any gobblers. So we have about 1 hour 30, 2 hours left of light before they fly up to roost. It's gusty up here, so it's gonna make hearing a little bit challenging, but we should be able to hear if they're in this drainage. That's what you do to ticks. Man, the past couple years, I haven't really had issues with ticks. The last couple years I've been out in the spring, I was hardly seeing ticks. This year, they're bad. There's a lot of ticks. And all my clothes are sprayed with permethrin too. See her?
Yeah, it looks like a doe.
It's either a doe or a buck that has yet to show itself.
Crazy bright.
I can't even see with the binos.
What?
I can't even see her anymore.
She went to the left a bit.
Oh, I see her. She's running.
she just got spooked by something. Come on. Give me a cougar kill on camera.
We're at our knob. I glassed
Dude.
up a whitetail up there. And we just glassed up a bear. Looks almost like a grizzly.
That's so close geographically to the bear that Tanner and I saw last year that we ran into.
Oh, really?
Because there's a road across the bottom of that clear cut.
Uh-huh.
And we ran into a bear on that road. And it was a monster.
Oh, that gets me so pumped up for Montana next week. Looks like a good bear.
Looks like a great bear.
Nice little color phase to it. Welcome to episode number 2 of Nate and Samong's nature documentary, where we just document bears.
Where we forget to hunt, we just film. Just
Well, when the prey that you are after is not cooperating, you do other things.
dude, that's, you can almost see it bare eye, and that's 2 miles away.
If it was in the sunlight, guarantee you'd see it. Yeah, because I was like, why is that? That deer was jumping for no reason earlier.
Do you remember marinara exploding over me on night 1 of Oregon?
I remember looking at your face. We were so hungry too. Well, because we're sitting up here, nothing's happening. We're gonna eat dinner a little early, and then we'll work our way down. We're not gonna camp up high. We're gonna camp down to the creek. But just trying to wait for these gobblers, but the wind has died off, so that's a plus. Oh, yeah. He sounds like he's in this gun over here. Yeah. That could be a different one. I don't know. But the first one, I didn't get a good pinpoint. I just knew he came from this direction.
That one sounded like up in there.
He sounds like he's in that gut.
Mm-hmm.
But he's high up, though. He's definitely not down here.
No.
He's kind of where I thought he'd be. Well, we finally heard our first gobbles of the evening, and we have a bird right in this pocket up here where we kind of expected a bird to be, but you obviously never know. He gobbled twice, and we're trying to pinpoint his location to the T, but he sounds like he's working his way up to go roost. He's not up in the tree yet, so we need him to go roost so that we can have a better play on him if he's the only one that gobbles. I think he'll only gobble more from here on out. Oh, that was a turkey on the road. It just flew down.
Really?
Yeah, I think it was a hen. I was about to turn off the camera and I came behind, there's a turn and turkey just took off.
It flew off this way?
Yeah, I think it's a hen. Didn't look like a redhead. got up to this little clearing this morning, not really having a play on any roosted bird. So we've been sitting here. We've had a handful of gobblers go off. None within our immediate vicinity until one above us went off. We don't have one super close, but we have at least one within playing distance, so we threw my decoy out at this intersection. And we'll just see if this works out as a blind ruse setup. While we were working our way up the road, got to this bend right here, turned the corner, big old Tom in the middle of the road, like 50, 60 yards, and he saw us, so he took off. So we are dwelling in our pit of rookiness. Amateur. Did you confirm those ahead? She's still there. Yeah. She's just standing there. Does it see us? It's what? I can see it through the trees. Yeah. That answers our question. Around the corner, decoy. That answers our question. Do you like to set up right here? Yeah. Yeah, they're close though. It might play. Just gotta listen for him spitting drumming. Is that him drumming? I'm pretty confident I hear drumming. Yeah, it still sounds pretty distant. I feel like they just kept taking the road. What? I feel like they just kept taking the road. Yeah. I think so. I think it was drumming earlier. Really? Because I don't hear it anymore.
because I couldn't tell what the first one was. So I wonder if he has a hen with him. Or just tuck themselves right in. We saw the turkeys right here. We creeped up. He's right behind this turn. Not that far.
No.
Well, there's multiple options, so I think we just sit tight.
Yeah.
I think time will kill the bird.
They both up there too.
There's two up here and there's one down below us. We could be pulling this one from behind us if I had to be honest. We'll readjust depending on which one's closing distance.
We're in a pretty good setup too.
I know. That's what I'm saying. If he comes from this way, we just turn around. They seem kind of pressured.
Yeah. 100%.
We'll just Let him do his thing. Let him do his thing. You can slowly raise your gun if you want to. He's looking at us. You can take him whenever you want to.
Talk about a strut show. That's the way everybody would like to go out. Oh my goodness. That's some of the prettiest turkey action I've ever seen. With the sunlight. Imagine that with your big camera.
I know, dude.
We had no time. We just killed a bird, Nate.
That was so cool.
That thing's got a good beard, even though it's a squiggly beard.
It's got no spurs.
They look like two younger toms.
Mm-hmm.
But they were toms nonetheless. Oh man, Nate and I, we originally set up behind this turn, and the turkey, we think it was one of the toms. He was right here on the road, and then one gobbled right over this rise, so we ran behind the road and we set up for a bit, and then nothing happened, so we crawled up the road, and we got to about right here, and there's a clear cut. Over here, it's all clear cut, so I was like, Nate, I really don't like the sun. If they look towards us, the sun's going to be beaming in our face, and they're going to be super bright. I mean, look how bright Nate is right now. And as we're standing here, they gobble, like, just right behind that turn. And I ranged this spot. Nate was like, should we set up right here? And at first I was like, yeah. And then I was standing here, and I ranged right in this little pocket. And right here, it was 19 yards. Everything was within 40 yards, so I told Nate, I was like, instead of being right here, because if we sat right here, our angle for them to show up is a little bit shortened, as opposed to if we sat more in line with the road. The moment they turn this corner, like, we have them. And we sat there for a bit. They gobbled for a bit. We listened to some of the other birds gobbling across the valley here. And we're sitting, nothing's happening. And I thought I saw, like, through the trees, I thought I saw, like, something move. And I'm like, oh, I think they're coming in. And Nate's like, really? And I looked through the trees, and I'm like, wait, I don't see anything. So maybe I'm not seeing. And then sure enough, I see the second one, like, flash through that little pocket. I'm like, oh yeah, they are coming. And sure enough, here they came walking down the road. And as Nate and I were saying, his buddy got to about right here, right before he got to Ava, and clearly picked us off. And he was gone. And this guy was sick in love and made it happen. He's a younger bird, but
you got a 2-year-old.
Yeah, a fresh 2-year-old. This one's a little bit more buff tan, like right there. Nonetheless, pretty bird. Yeah, he's not much for.
No, he's
spurs.
just that on this side, nothing on this side. Well,
yeah,
this, I guess.
Just a little nub, yeah. It's just some birds. Some birds have good spurs, some don't. But he has a good beard.
He's got a good beard.
He's got a really good beard.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's a really good beard.
He's got a solid beard.
Thick beard. So yeah, you win some, you lose some in life. Well, how about that, Nate?
How about that?
How about your first tag for 25?
I know. It was tough not getting out until the middle of the season, but
You
paid
came
off.
out right at the perfect time.
I know.
Birds are desperate, and they've been playing kind of hard to get, not gonna lie, but like I said, when we were sitting there, I was like, time will kill the bird.
Yeah.
And they actually came in a lot faster than I was expecting.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of went into it knowing that birds would very possibly be just coming in quiet after getting a, like a shock, quote unquote, gobble once or twice, which is exactly what these birds did. But once they saw Ava, they came heads down running in.
I'm pretty sure these are I think this bird is the one I heard from camp when we were setting up.
You think?
I think it was this guy because he was not close to camp.
Yeah. What a beautiful turkey, man.
I know. When we turned that corner and we busted that one time out, I was like, oh, there goes our bird. But I was like, I don't think he's that close. You know?
Just like the perfect mountain bird.
I know.
Great beard.
He has a solid beard for what we think is a 2-year-old. I mean, that's a stick. I mean, if he wasn't curly, he's like long.
Yeah. He's got a great long beard. He could be 3.
He could be. Just doesn't have
has
much for spurs.
No spurs and his tail fan.
One done.
1 done, 2 to go.
That's awesome. Love it when it goes
Heck
according
of a
to
bird.
plan.
Yeah. Big old blue head.
Nate is breasting out this bird. That way we can get the meat cooled off because we're out here for multiple days. So we got in our Golly game bag, and that's gonna be the meat bag. Right now we're in the morning lull. Sun is high. It's about 8 o'clock in the morning. A lot of birds have gone silent. But when we were working Nate's bird, we know of a bird this way, a bird that way. This bird's buddy, but he's kind of educated. And we bumped a tom right over here this morning. And then there's a completely different section up this way that we haven't even got to yet. So we know there's a plethora of birds around, but it's a matter of getting into the ones that want to play. They've been fairly vocal this morning, but it hasn't been lights out vocal. But sometimes all you need is a gobble or two, give you a good pinpoint and a good direction to go, and that's all it takes.
Oh, baby.
Oh, let's throw it down.
Right at the intersection. Right. All right. We're working our way back down to the intersection. We kind of had a feeling there were going to be some birds there. Neat call. And they're exactly where we thought. Oh no, your decoy tipped over. What do we do? He's coming. He's coming. Well, we'll just hope that. I'm gonna go move a little bit.
That's next to the right of the decoy.
Yeah.
That's probably where I'm gonna shoot him.
Yeah, because I can't really see the decoy.
Yeah, me neither.
I can hear him spitting and drumming.
Yeah. All right. I think she might be coming up.
I think he's on the ridge.
Oh my goodness.
He did the 180 on us.
Baby. Oh my goodness. What the heck? Yes. He's a white bird too.
Is he?
I got him so good on video too.
Did you?
Yeah.
Bro.
Look how white that bird is.
Oh my gosh.
So white.
He's so white.
Guys, we got so lucky. He never even saw me.
No. Dude, he was all fanned up there. And
Did you see him?
I
Dude.
just saw his head.
Guys,
He's
we
like,
came
oh,
down
they're trying
here.
to film it?
I got it perfect.
I know.
But he tried to not get shot on video. But we got up here, like I said, you guys saw Nate. We came right here. Nate's like, oh, we should probably call. And I'm like, all right, well, you can call if you want to. He calls, and right at the intersection, pow! And I'm like, all right, well, they're at the intersection. So we threw Ava, my decoy, down on the road, ran up above the hillside, and he was hammering. And then we look back at my decoy is lopsided. And I'm like, bro, that's not gonna work. So luckily he gobbled again, and I'm like, okay, I think he's out of view. I can go get my decoy. So I repositioned Ava, and then we're like 30 yards?
Yeah, I think 30.
Like 30 yards up off the road. And so I told Nate, I was like, he has a hen. Like the hen was she was feisty.
Mm-hmm.
She kept going off, and I'm like, just give her like the softest yelp. And with that yelp that Nate did from up here, like they pinpointed our location, they got up off the road, and they started working their way up this ridge. And I remember Nate was like behind us, and I kept looking, and there were some like little birds up in the trees, and I'm like, I really just hope it's those little birds making a ruckus. But then
he started spitting and drumming.
he started spitting and drumming. I could hear him like crack, like jump, like breaking sticks too. And I'm like, please don't come like that. And finally, I heard I'm like, Nate, behind us, we got to turn around. And so I picked up the camera, and as soon as I got this camera set up, like perfect timing, I looked up, I just see that bright red head. I'm like, oh, he's right on the ridge line. And there was this bush right here. This bush was like blocking him. Luckily, like it completely concealed me.
Yeah.
And I like almost pulled my trigger, but the gun didn't go off. I was like, oh, the gun didn't go off. And so I'm like, you need to calm down, because you have to understand, like I was in such an awkward position, like trying to shoot up, And so like, you know, like you're just shaking uphill, especially when you're like trying to flex your abs and everything.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, you need to calm down. He has no idea what's going on. And then finally he kind of like poked his head up.
Yeah.
And then I let him have it.
He was like strutting.
He was strutting.
I was like, he had no idea.
No, he came in here thinking like there was a hen here. Like he was trying to put on a show. And I just said, I mean, I'm going to let him have it because I checked my camera and I just saw the red head in the middle of the screen. I'm like, oh, he's on video. And
dude, you with your white birds, that bird is so bright.
3 hours into our first day here, and we have 2 of our 3 tags filled. Oh my word.
It's just like old times.
Oh my word, man. Well, just love those white tips. This is, I think he's a younger bird, but he was a flock tom. He had a hen or 2, I don't know. But that's the beard.
Good bird.
Solid bird. I'm very happy with him. I hit him a little left, but that's probably because I pulled my shot a little. It was hard aiming up the hill. But he's got some little spurs on him. Nothing crazy, but not too shabby. And they're just so pretty. I mean, that's as awesome as a hunt gets. Originally, we had the idea, the setup that they were gonna walk up this road, and I was sitting right up there thinking I was gonna shoot them like this, but these turkeys, these wild animals, every time you make a sound, they know where that sound is coming from to the T. Like they will come and stand exactly where you called from. So Nate called like a couple yards behind me, and instead of walking up this road, they just started taking the ridge line, and then they came up and over behind us, and that's when we did a 180 and popped them over the rise. Shot them a little low, but still did the job. Today is what, May 5th?
Yeah.
That's May. This is a beautiful turkey thigh. We're breasting the bird to get this meat out of the turkey's insulated feathers and skin and fat. That way we don't spoil them. And then we have a game bag.
Always save the legs.
Always save the legs. People, when they say breast them out, people literally take just the breast, but if that's all you're taking, you're missing out. So we're taking the breast, the thighs, the leg, the gizzard, the liver, and the heart. So this is the gizzard, and it is big with the turkey. And inside this gizzard, there's a membrane that holds all of the stuff that it's been eating. So simply take the blade, and you're gonna somewhat cut around it, and we're gonna come and just essentially make a small little slit right in that membrane. And then you can see how it opens up. And when it opens up, you rip it just like so. And then that's essentially what it's been eating, just some rocks and grass. But right here, there's an internal lining right here. And you can simply take this and peel that inner lining, and it'll just peel off all of the bad stuff. But I kind of did a bad job because I was looking at my camera. But anyway, you get the idea. Maybe it's better this way. Pull it all out, pull that membrane, just like that. And then your gizzard is pretty clean. And then obviously you're gonna cut this stuff off here, but we'll rinse this off at the creek when we get there. But that's the start of how you clean a gizzard.
It's hot.
Toasty. Welcome to camp. This is our Golly 4-person tent. It's been good to us. It is hot. It is toasty. We're sweating. got all of our gear organized, and then we're gonna grab our meat bag, and then we're on out of here. That was our backpack trip. Didn't do too bad. 1 bird each, and then try to go find another one.